My name is John McKeon. I'm here with Abraham from Express Scripts. He just finished his presentation, Best Decision Possible Through Right Platform Analytics. Abraham, how do you think it went today?
It was exciting. This was my first speaking engagement at Teradata Partners, and I felt it was a good event and felt there was an engaging audience, and it went well.
Abraham, I was in there. There was a lot of people in there, and particularly at the end, they were asking a lot of really good questions. What type of questions were you fielding most?
The questions were from two different fronts. One from the technical perspective, and another set of questions from more from a management perspective and implementation. So those were the different phases of the questions that were addressed in the session. And the technical questions were more towards how do we went about leveraging the product to do what we were able to do and achieve what our goals were. And the questions on the management part, or the project management part, was more towards what is the level of effort, what kind of resources were required, how much involvement with the infrastructure. So that kind of questions were brought about, and there was a good and a healthy discussion on that.
Abraham, give me your favorite technical question that you were asked today.
Okay, that's a good one. So the question that I liked the most was, what should we be prepared to be able to implement the solution as you described? So that was a good question for the following reasons. One is it allowed me to rethink and tell them that if I were to do this all over again, how I would have done that, how we would have done that. So it allowed me to express the best practices from an implementation perspective. So I felt that was one of the best questions that I received today.
And what was the most challenging question that you had today?
The challenging question was from the resource management, where from a project management perspective, how much would it take to implement the solution, this architecture in an organization? Now, being able to provide that information without having to go into details and specific and not knowing enough about the environment was the most challenging one. But I think we kind of got a good handle on that and had a healthy discussion on that.
So, Abraham, what do you think the top 3 takeaways were for your audience as they left the session?
If I can put it in sequence, the number 1 would be the tool and the implementation that we've done is a very simple implementation, and that could be supported by a few resources. Second one is, while it is as simple as it sounds, there is additional cost involved in it, which means that there has to be investment from a perspective of labor and time and resources. And the third one that I would say is the product has grown and evolved, and the fact that the engineering team has listened to the customers and evolved the product was very promising.
You've just heard live from Abraham. Just finished his session. It was a great session, great questions, and some great takeaways for his audience. Thank you very much, Abraham.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.